And then as time goes on, we're in a restaurant in Brooklyn called Creasy's. Now, there's this rift within the Bonanno family. The three captains that want to take over the family against Sonny, Joey Messina, and a Sicilian faction. There was a Sicilian faction of the Bonanno family run by Sal Catalano. That faction was with Sonny and Lefty and Rastelli. He says, Donnie said, they're going to open the books in December. In other words, they're going to induct members. He said, I already proposed you for membership. Everybody gave you a thumbs up.
Sonny's telling me
Sonny's telling me this. He said, so you're going to become a made guy in December.
How long is that before the operation shuts down?
Late May.
So you're 7 months away from being a made guy.
Yeah, and we shut the operation down in July.
2 months later.
2 months later.
When the FBI took over and they said, no, here's what we're doing, they went to Lefty and they went to these guys.
Because of the killings. Now, don't forget, they killed those three guys. I get the contract to kill Bruno. Who didn't show. Sonny sends me to Miami. He says, we think he's in Miami. So I go to Miami. I look around Miami. The deal was that if I find him, I call the FBI. They come out and snatch him, and they make it look like they stage a hit, like I did hit him. And if the FBI found him first, it'd do the reverse. You know, they'd snatch him, stage a hit. I couldn't find him, so after like a week, I said, Sonny, I can't find him. He said, okay, he's not there anymore. He said, we got word he's back in New York. Come on back. I go back to New York. We're still looking for him. Now, during that whole 6 years, I never carried a gun. But now, Sonny gives me one.
Sonny, yeah.
Well, because now there's a shooting war.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, we go to a wedding, and guys, you know, but before, on a day-to-day basis, wise guys don't carry guns. The only time they carry a gun is if they're going to go do a piece of work.
Now, what's the story about Lefty carrying two? Because back in the days,
well, when you go kill somebody.
Okay, when you go, he would take two.
Yeah.
Because the guns were old and it would get sometimes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Why don't they carry guns on a daily basis? Because you're always getting rousted by the cops. Why do you need, you know?
Sure.
Why do you need that?
Makes sense.
So the only, you know, like I always get a kick out of, I watch these gangster movies. You see gangsters with shoulder holsters. And you know where the guns are? They're in your pocket. They're in your waist. I never saw a gangster with a shoulder, any kind of holster yet.
So you get the gun 6 years into it.
Yeah,
Sonny gives you a gun.
That's the only time I carried a gun.
And the scene with the boat, that scene with the boat, was it pretty vividly close to what the scene was with the boat, with you and Lefty, where you're getting close, Sonny's there, you see him, you turn off the lights, then you go in, he comes out, he's about to shoot him, you're not going to do anything about it? That's Hollywood, so that wasn't the case.
Yeah, what happened was, we're in the club one day. Remember, I had the contract to kill Bruno. So when you get a contract in the mob, it's your responsibility that guy gets killed. Now, I might not pull the trigger.
But I can get somebody to do the work for me.
But I have to be there.
Sure.
So Sonny gets a call and he says, Bruno's at such a place. I got to get the other guys together. So get our guns, okay? Start to get in the car. Phone rings. It's bad information. He's not there. My problem is, if he was there and we get there, what do?
You're going to call.
Do I say, hey, wait a minute, guys. I'm an FBI agent. We can't kill him? Who do you think gets killed then?
You.
Right there. The FBI goes to Sonny, Lefty, and them in the club. And what we had done, we took a picture of me and other FBI agents that Sonny knew from years of them working him. I'm there and I got my credentials, and they go to Sonny and they say, you know this guy? And I don't know. He said, well, he's really Joe Pistone, FBI agent, undercover. So now Sonny gets a call. He gets called to a sit-down.
He knows what it is.
Yeah. Now, you talk about gangsters, and remember I said there's gangsters and gangsters?
Yep.
He goes in the bar, takes off his watch, takes off his diamond ring, goes in his pocket, takes out his money, takes all his keys but his car keys, says to the bartender, I'm going to a sit-down, and I'm probably not coming back. Calls his girlfriend and tells her the same thing. If you ever see Donnie, tell him I loved him, and I'm glad it was him. He was just better than we were. He goes to the sit down and they whack him. Now